Angel Secrets, the show where we explore the art of seduction and the power of lingerie. I'm your host, Angel. Join me as we dive into conversations about intimacy, relationships, and self-love. Let's uncover the secrets to igniting passion and deepening connections.
Hi, welcome to Angel Secret Pillow Talk. My name is Angel and this is my podcast. So I want to thank Lucky for being here with me today on my first podcast. This is going to be an exciting podcast, lots of fun and lots of things to share. So everyone, welcome Lucky.
Thank you for having me, and it's an honor, and I'm so excited to be here because I know that you have a vision that I want you to share with everyone about this show, and then also you have talked and you have make all these plans about it, for years. I think since before you started the store or before that. So it's an honor to be here. And I wanted, you to share with everyone. So what are the topics, or what is the idea, how this started, why the Pillow Talk?
So the podcast started because I have been in business for 5 years, and I have had so many requests for men, women, couples for advice. They literally just sit here and we talk. So I wanted to bring guests on to answer some of the questions and to give advice for all of the questions that my customers are asking. So I want to bring in professionals to be able to help and to give answers to the advice, to the questions and the advice.
Yeah, and I have been here sometimes where there's situations where there are friends or neighbors, customers, or just stranger who walk in and trying to find out what's the store about and what is going on, and then people feel so comfortable. And I have called Angel. This is a safe place. It's a safe place for a lot of people. And when you feel comfortable and you feel you're safe, so then you can talk about anything. And I remember at some point you had some pillows on the floor.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's why you choose that name. And where we feel home, we feel safe. And then maybe I can share something that is happening in my life, or I can sit down on the floor and maybe, cry about something, or we laugh. So it's like a place where we can connect, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, people feel that they can connect, they're gonna feel safe, that they can ask questions, or that they can share a story.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of people feel we might have a group of friends, but sometimes we feel maybe uncomfortable to share something, and then someone just come here and they just let it all out and talk about what's going on, relationships, or fears, or they're sad about something. It could be any different topic. So, and then what type of guests you want to bring to the show?
Well, so to me, we all come from all walks of life, but we're all one. We all have the same desire, which is love. And I wanted to bring in professionals, whether it's about intimacy in the bedroom. It can be nutrition, because we are a whole. It all comes together. It can be exercise. It can be nutrition. It can be counseling, coaching, anything that has to do with just being human, because we are one whole body. And so to me, treating the whole body as one. Self-confidence, we can have intimacy coaches coming in, we can have nutrition, just whatever, and I also want to have the guest come in, because everybody has a story. And to me, like you said, this is a safe space for everyone to feel safe, comfortable. I want them to know that they matter and that their story matters. So I would love
Exactly.
to have my audience come in and be on my podcast.
And I would like to see that now it's not my show and I'm already telling her what to do. But I would like to see like one of your customers who kind of share, a bit of their story and kind of share their experience of having that pillow talk. So in reality, the way I see it, just what you share with everyone, is that you can have a very diverse
Absolutely.
group of guests that can be customers or it can be a professional that they want to come here and collaborate with you. Um, I you said like we all looking for that love and we're all one. Um, I'm always telling myself and then everyone else how anything that we want to do, how we have to take care of ourselves.
Mm,
Like being aware of everything that is going on in our lives so we can be a better person or better business person or just a better wife or better husband. Because a lot of times, and we have all these type of conversations about relationships or couples, and is how something is going on personally. It could be the mindset, or it could be something that we haven't let go, we haven't forget, or we haven't healed, and then that affects the relationship, the business, or the job, whichever it is. And there are so many professionals helping individuals, so you have a lot of customers in common
mhm.
with other professionals, and so on, even your neighbors here in the location or anywhere in Palm Beach County, or sometimes the production they do AMP also they do, it can be virtual. So if you have
Absolutely.
someone who has been your supporter, that they can come, doesn't matter
Right.
where they are. So it's I think it's really cool. Like a lot of people come in here and just because they just want to know what's going on in here, and then they stay,
Yes.
and then they become family, right? They become family. Shared. Now this is your first one. Share a little bit, maybe one story. Of someone that have utilized or have been part of the pillowcase,
Pillow talk.
pillow. I'm saying pillowcase. Well,
Yeah.
pillow talk. Um, so share somebody who have been part of that, like maybe a story of a customer or a friend. We're not gonna say names, right? But share a story.
So the one that just came to mind was a young, um, in her 30s, young female that came in to buy lingerie to spice up her marriage. She's been feeling a little bit of distant from her husband, and she picked out some beautiful pieces. She tried them on. She felt amazing. So it's just cool to watch people come, women especially, come in down on themselves, but then walk out a totally different person because the transformation is amazing once they put on a little bit of lingerie and start feeling that self-love and that confidence. So we literally sat here and talked. I said, tell me your story. And so I was able to give her some advice about that self-love and then healing the inner child. So she had told me a lot about her the abuse that she went through as a young child, and she carried, because she had not dealt with it, she carried it on into her marriage. And it was little things like he would be on his phone and she would say like, who are you texting? Just it could just be a friend, but her insecurities were mirroring onto him.
Mhm.
So I was able to talk to her about working on her inner child, um, the trauma from then, and gave her some exercises to do. And then probably about a month later, well, I checked on her periodically, but a month later, she sent me this beautiful text. And it said that she had done one of the exercises I had told her to do. and she was able to clear some blocks and clear some traumas, and that her marriage is better than ever now, because now she's not as insecure as she used to be, and not taking it out on her husband when he's not doing anything. It's just her, the trauma from her past.
And it's like her perception. So a lot of times, I talk to a lot of people, and sometimes it's just a or behavior, or the beliefs, that kind of like make someone behave a different way, or make an assumption, right? What mindset they have, what they believe, and what they focus, right? It's about what is in that person, and if they don't. So you mentioned that's really cool. Like she was able to talk to you. She felt comfortable enough, and that's what happened. It's pillow talk, not pillowcase. And so that's what happened in those type of conversations. So I'm very excited to kind of like see, the shows, and see who's the guest, and like I said, bring the customers, or guests, or phone calls, or having different people sharing about it. And then some people feel comfortable to share their story at that moment in life. It makes, when you hear, if I'm hearing a show like that, it makes me, maybe you will be talking a topic that is in my mind, and I haven't talked to nobody, because maybe I'm ashamed, or maybe for whatever reasons.
Yes.
So a lot of times, listening, I listen to a lot of podcasts, because I'm like in the YouTube all the time. So it's like, and I hear things, and I hear conversations, and it helped me. I hear a lot of stuff for business, and then I hear a lot of stuff, spiritual, for myself. But all these things are important. Like I believe in it. I believe in. I have a perception, I have a mindset, or I have a belief, and I want to question it. Like I want to change, I want to grow, I want to be better, and I know that if I feel better, so it's gonna be a better experience. In my case, I'm single, but I have a daughter, and we have talked many times how what's going on in my head, of course, is gonna impact, right? How I am as a person to everybody. So most definitely feeling, going to a place like a pillow talk, and feeling comfortable, and feeling I belong here. I can say, I can say anything.
Yes.
I can share, and I can learn. So I see this as like a really important, crucial show for people, to listen, and for it to grow, and to invite anyone, welcome that wants to provide advice, as a professional, and also, share
Their story. Because like you said, it can impact other lives. And that's the main reason for this podcast, because I want our, not just the community, but I want everyone listening to be able to grow from it, to learn from it, to be able to say, okay, well, I've been going through that. And like you said, I have no one to talk to, but listening to somebody else's story can definitely change the course of your life, because now you know that you have a safe space to come to talk about it, or talk to someone about it, and be able to release that.
And a lot of times it can be good stories, because a lot of times, as girlfriends, or you call Angel and come to her pillow talk, a lot of times talking about the good stuff that are going on in our life, we can inspire others.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, oh, so that's going on with you, I'm so happy. And it's like you inspire others, because it's like, if it's going good for her, what I'm trying to explain, it's like it can be a good story as well.
Yes.
So it's like, it's going so good for you, Angela, I'm so happy. And you can inspire me
And encourage. Yes.
encourage me, and hey, she can do it, I can do it, that kind of thing, right?
Absolutely. Because to me, anything that you see is possible for us as well. We are all one. We all have the same ability, God-given ability, to do whatever we want. It's just the mindset of putting yourself to it. So encouraging others and helping, especially other women. Like, I'm big into women empowerment. I'm big into helping the women feel beautiful and sexy and encouraged and powerful, and because we can all help each other and do whatever we want. We just and to have somebody behind you helping you and pushing you a little bit always
Exactly.
helps. Yeah.
Exactly. It opens when you're with the right group of friends. In this case, I would say, like right group of girlfriends. It opened your life to be better. To have that support, to know I don't have to talk to you every day as my friend, but I know that anytime I need, to have a conversation or to share something, that you're there. And if not, I'll become a stalker and I'll show up at the store. So it's that type of feeling of, that having a group of friends. And then also, I think that what this show, it has so much value because not only your experience with all of your customers and all of the ladies or men that have become your friends or part of your family, is also an opportunity for having a professional that is gonna give guidance, that is
Yes.
gonna give another view, another point of view, another an advice, and then maybe you will start creating your group. Well, and you will be talking here with them, group of professionals that can help everyone else.
Yes.
And so it's fantastic. So you have a list of guests already that you're
Yes,
are
I do.
having.
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so then if I so for you, you're having your podcast, like every week, and bringing all these guests. I'm so excited for you. Like, really, congratulations on, like,
Thank you.
finally. And I say finally because you had this vision, for a while, because your experience and everything that happens here, conversations, sharing, and opportunities, to learn about all that
To
stuff,
learn, to grow. Yeah.
and to be okay. Like, I can talk I can talk all day about it. It's, for example, when we mentioned earlier about, like, our beliefs, or that you talk to a customer, and because, like, what belief she had, or it was abuse or trauma, whichever situation it is, or just a simple belief on something, and then how believing that maybe some things are taboo, or some things are not right, or not even the customer you had, they just came to find some outfits, lingerie for her, like something, in a way she thought it was something, an idea, maybe a simple idea, and then she was able to change, a lot of
Whole
things change
mindset.
at home.
The whole mindset. Yeah.
The whole mindset, having the free conversation, free, like being free, and not being just free of talking, what she needed to at that moment. So a lot of things happen here.
Yeah. One of the things that I love, like I said earlier, is seeing the transformation of a woman coming in a little scared, maybe broken, not feeling so good about herself. And then just putting on a little piece of lingerie, how it just changed. Even the look changes because it's like for the first time ever, they've seen themselves sexy or the first time in a long time. And a lot of the stories we tell ourselves, whether it's fear or they don't even exist. So we're in this mindset of scarcity, or and most of the things that we're scared about don't even exist. We're just making them up, and we're going with that.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see, it's beautiful to see that here and seeing that mind shift as well. Not just in the look and the personality, but also like, you know what? Yeah, I got this. I'm strong. I can do this. So it's beautiful to see that.
It's like, yeah, it is really beautiful. Having you being able to help the person, not only change your mindset, being able to share something, being able to it's like you made a new friend every day.
Every day, all my
Every
customers are
day.
my friends. Yeah.
um I have here some of the stories, right? And I have to kind of like repeat on the topic of, and I know that on the pillow talk is going to be a lot, because um there was one time that it was an older lady that she had not been dating or nothing for a while, or and that she wanted to. She was here just talking about it. Not even she had no plan, she had no agenda, no nothing. She was just here. She just crossed the door, came here, and started talking. And then when the older lady, she tried one of the outfits, and her face changed. She was smiling. She started talking about, like now she like saw herself being able to have a date. But wait, when she got here, she was saying, "No, I'm not dating. No, I'm older," or whatever she was saying. I don't remember specific her whole story. But the point was the change from the comment that she did, like, yeah, like I'm not dating. I'm not gonna even date. And then seeing her after, she saw herself in the mirror, and it's like, wait a minute.
I actually have that interview in my Instagram, on my Instagram, and also her in the
You
dress.
share. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So my Instagram is Angel's Secret Lingerie _. So you can follow me there, and then you can see the interview with her, and then you can also see her like coming out of the dressing room, and it's not even lingerie; it's a little sexy black dress that that I
Yes,
sell
I mentioned
here.
like an outfit. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like a dress.
So
It's
she
just,
can wear it all out too, but you can see the transformation. She just opens the curtain, and she's like walking like she owns it, and it was just amazing to see that transformation, because that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
so what? So we have a couple of minutes in this one, but that's how important is that just having the experience, being open, right? And because she's saying no, but Angel doesn't take a no on that. She said she didn't. No, I don't want to try nothing. And it was like, come on, just like
Just try it.
just try it. That's it.
She did.
And
Changed her
she
life.
did. And then she was grateful, and being able, sharing her story and like giving advice to other people and so on. And she was grateful. And well, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to be able to, watch your shows, and able to like see and meet like all your guests they're coming, and seeing you, like I said, doing, more and sharing more of what's happened here at Angels. So I'm so excited. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And before we go, I think you have to end with a little message for like, I'm gonna say for the ladies.
Okay, so before I do that for the ladies, I do want everyone to know that this is a safe space for men as well, in all ages. I have had from 18, 21 to 80, 90-year-old couples, men, women come in here. So it's not just for us young girls. It's for everybody. But I want to end it with that self-love is so important, because it portrays out of you. You can walk into a room and feel somebody's energy if they are insecure, or if they're owning that room. And so I want every woman and man, men as well, to just work on that self-love and work on that insecurity, because it just it's really life-changing when you have that self-love. The phone number here is 561-413-3225. The address is 640 East Ocean Avenue. We're in Suite 9, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33435. And I'm excited to get this podcast going, and to have all my guests, and to change the course of people's lives.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Angel Secrets. Join us next time as we continue to explore the world of seduction, lingerie, and relationships. Visit our website for more resources and tips. Until then, remember, confidence is key and intimacy is a journey. Stay seductive, and we'll see you next time.